Hello students, this is your teacher Manish, and in today's video I am going to discuss about benefits of cloud computing. In our last video we saw National Institute of Standards and Technologies different models of cloud services. Those were deployment models and as well as those were service models. Okay, in this video we are going to touch base upon what are the benefits of cloud computing. Now if you see, each one of us today are consumers of cloud services. Just to give you an example, today almost everybody has got a Gmail account. We use Gmail day in, day out. We use Google Docs a lot. These are nothing but software as a services. Google Docs, Gmail, Google Drive provides you an environment and on which you can use for your purpose. You can use Gmail to receive mails, to send mails, to be in touch with your friends and family. Okay, so the entire environment is given to you, and all that you need is a internet access and a client-side device. You find yourself getting the same customer experience as a consumer, whether you use a mobile phone or you use a laptop or a workstation. Okay, and from anywhere in the world, just all that you need to have is a data connection or an internet connection to access your Gmail account. Okay, and same is true with Google Docs. Actually, you can use softwares, office softwares like Worksheet, Word, or PowerPoint kind of applications to develop your documents, or rather to store your documents. Okay, and all that again you need is just probably a client-side machine, be it a mobile phone, a PDA, or a laptop or a workstation through which you need internet access, and you can store your documents. You can go on using the Google Docs. Okay, so these are the applications which we day in, day out use it. So there is an immense benefit of cloud services, and as a part of a NIST model, we also saw few attributes. We saw in fact around 5 attributes, and those were really benefits of cloud services. So let us visit those 5 attributes again, and apart from that we'll also see few more advantages of cloud services. So what were those 5 attributes? First, on-demand service. Second, broad network access. Third, resource pooling, rapid elasticity, and metered services. Let us go through each one by one. On-demand service, you can actually use the self-care portals, self-care platforms of cloud service provider, and whenever you need infrastructure, you can procure the infrastructure, so you can increase your infrastructure whenever you require. Okay, broad network access, all that you need is the internet access. You can have the same customer experience from any device that you are using to access the internet, be it PDA, your mobile phones, workstations, laptops. Resource pooling, as far as cloud service providers are concerned, they pool the resources, because of which multi-tenancy is possible. Virtualization softwares are used for resource pooling, and sharing and resource sharing takes place. Rapid elasticity, I can increase my infrastructure, scale up, as well as I can scale down based on the demand that is there for myself, and all this is built like a utility where I only pay as I go or as I consume. So these are basically the 5, I can say, basic attributes of cloud services, and they are also the benefits of cloud services. Let us go through the additional benefits. Of course, one of the most important thing is lower cost, because of the basic infrastructure that cloud service providers have built, because of the optimum utilization that they can achieve for their for the cloud elements that they have built. They can afford to give high-end capability to consumers in relatively lower cost. Okay, from the consumer perspective, consumer don't have to spend any capital amount, they don't have to do capital investment, and what they incur actually is operational cost, because typically consumers need to pay as they go. Consumer needs to pay monthly rentals, consumer needs to pay only for that much okay, which they consume. Okay, so ease of utilization, again based on the service that the consumers are consuming. Okay, they do not need to buy any special hardwares, or they do not need to buy any licensing for softwares. All they need is a workstation and or a laptop or a computer through which they can get onto internet and basically access the infrastructure that they have leased, access the platform or software that they have leased. So it is so much easy to utilize. Okay, in fact, from the infrastructure perspective, if you see, the consumer have no capital expenditure to do, because in today's world almost everybody carries a laptop, everybody carries smartphone. Okay, all they probably need to invest is the bandwidth from internet service provider. Okay, third is quality of service. Of course, consumers can actually get onto contractual agreement with cloud service providers and negotiate on quality of service, be it 99.99% availability, okay, no downtime. So whatever quality they expect, okay, those can be negotiated as a part of contracts, and they can get whatever quality they are expecting for. Okay, reliability, yes, cloud services are reliable because of the fact that the data centers or the infrastructure that cloud service providers have built, they can afford to actually put the failure mechanisms. Okay, and they have all state of art probably network security, they have got backup mechanisms in place, they have got load balancing in place. Okay, so basically the infrastructure becomes robust, and they can provide a reliable service for the consumer. From the consumer's perspective, the entire IT management gets outsourced, because if a consumer is taking software as a service, then consumer absolutely has to they don't have to bother anything about except for accessing the software, and except for taking responsibility of maintaining the data and getting the output of the application which they are looking for. Okay, they have no botheration. The entire software development, platform maintenance, infrastructure lookout, infrastructure maintenance is entirely done by cloud service providers. Simplified maintenance and upgrades. Now, if you have seen my IT evolution videos, these were some of the problems which I mentioned that IT consuming organizations or electronic data processing units or departments of any IT consuming organization faces or they face basically. So if they built a computer department comprising of high-end servers, if they have a strong infrastructure in place, the problem which they face typically is about the maintenance and upgrade of hardware elements, operating system, database, and all kind of supporting system softwares which they have to install in order to make application up and running. So that complete maintenance has to be done, okay, and it becomes a very difficult. And in fact, I had given an example of multi-dimensional upgrades, where if anybody needs to upgrade a hardware, then probably the operating system which is based on the older hardware needs to be also needs an upgradation. Then because of the hardware and operating system getting upgraded, you need RDBMS and other relevant software to be upgraded. And because when you have all these three undergoing upgrades, the application which is developed, be it the Java based application or any other technologies which are in use, you need to also upgrade that applications. So it becomes a very difficult task for the entire for the IT staff, okay. But if you outsource it entirely to cloud service providers, then the headache of maintenance and upgrades is altogether passed on to somebody else, and all that you have to do is keep on consuming the output of application which is out there sitting on cloud, okay. So low barrier to entry, very important, because for any of the new company or new startup, they can come up speed, they can really start using state of art applications in no time, because they don't need to do any capital investment. All that they have to do is get relevant software as a service, be it a ERP application or a Zoho.com kind of registration and relevant application, okay. They can just come up speed very fast. So these are some of the benefits of cloud computing, and that's the reason why cloud computing has picked up a lot. There are leading companies like Amazon Web Services or IBM Cloud, Microsoft Azure or Google or Oracle, who are currently doing excellent business in this area, and there are a lot of organizations who are actually ripping up the benefit of this. And especially the new wave startups, they really don't have to wait for their applications getting matured. They really don't have to build the processes, whereas they can actually start using the state-of-art applications which are there out on cloud, and also because of which they get their processes set pretty fast, okay. So we have seen what benefits of cloud computing are. If you like the video, please do like it, share it, and in my next video we will start getting into details of each of the service model, starting with infrastructure as a service. Bye till then.